Welcome back students in Engineering Mathematics 3 course. Today I am going to start the topic properties of Laplace transform. Let's see the properties of Laplace transform. First property is linearity property. The linearity property says that if A, B, C be any constants and F, G, H any functions of t, then Laplace transform of A into f of t plus B into g of t minus C into h of t is equal to A into Laplace transform of f of t plus B into Laplace transform of g of t minus C into Laplace transform of h of t. That means if we want to find Laplace transform of addition of some functions, then their Laplace transform is equal to the Laplace transform of their separate Laplace transforms and addition of their separate Laplace transforms. Now second property. Second property is first shifting theorem. If Laplace transform of f of t is equal to f of s, then Laplace transform of e raised to minus at into f of t is equal to f of s plus a. Also, Laplace transform of e raised to at into f of t is equal to f of s minus a. That means what? If we multiply to this f of t by e raised to minus at and after that we find Laplace transform of this multiplication, then their multiplication is f of s plus a. That means f of s means what? Laplace transform of f of t. That means only replace or only shift this s to s plus a. That means what? First we find Laplace transform for f of s, and after that what we do? Then we shift s to s plus a. We only shift s to s plus a. So we get Laplace transform of e raised to minus at into f of t. So this is second property, first shifting theorem. Now Laplace transform of derivatives. This property says that if Laplace transform of f of t is f of s, then Laplace transform of derivative of f of t is equal to s into f of s minus f of 0. So this is third property, Laplace transform of derivatives. Now property 4, multiplication by t raised to n. If we multiply to this f of t by t raised to n and find Laplace transform of this term, then their Laplace transform is minus 1 raised to n into nth derivative of f of s with respect to s. So what we do here? First if we multiply by t, then we take first derivative of f of s. If we multiply to this f of t by t square, then take second derivative and continue in this way. Now fifth property is division by t property. If L of f of t is equal to f of s, that means Laplace transform of f of t is f of s, then Laplace transform of f of t upon t is equal to integration of f of s to the limits s to infinity. This is division by t property. Then change of scale property. If L of f of t is equal to f of s, then Laplace transform of f of at is equal to 1 upon a into f of s upon a. So these are some important properties of Laplace transforms. Linearity property, for shifting theorem, Laplace transform of derivatives, multiplication by t raised to n, division by t, and change of scale properties. Now, using these properties and standard formulas, we can solve the examples on Laplace transform. So, let's see how we solve these examples. First example is, find the Laplace transform of f of t is equal to sine hyperbolic 4t plus sine 3t. Now, let's solve this example. For solving this example, we have properties of Laplace transform and we have standard formulas. Now, let's solve this example. First, we write f of t. Here f of t is what? Sine hyperbolic 4t plus sine 3t. Now, applying Laplace transform on this. So, Laplace transform of f of t is equal to Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic 4t plus sine 3t. Now, by using linearity property of Laplace transform, using linearity property, we can write what? Laplace transform of f of t is equal to Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic 4t plus Laplace transform of sine 3t. Correct? Now, we solve Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic 4t and sine 3t separately. So, using standard results of Laplace transform, using standard results of Laplace transform, we write L of f of t, L of sine hyperbolic 4t is equal to 4 upon s square minus 4 square. Since using which formula? Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic at is equal to a upon s square minus s square. Correct? Now, we find Laplace transform of sine 3t. What is the Laplace transform of sine 3t? 3 upon s square plus 3 square. Using the standard result, Laplace transform of sine at is equal to what? A upon s square plus s square. Correct? Using these results, we directly write Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic 4t and sine 3t. Now, substitute these values at here. So, Laplace transform of f of t is equal to 4 upon s square minus 4 square is 16 plus 3 upon s square plus 9. Now, this is we get Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic 4t plus sine 3t. Correct? Now, we further simplify it as 4 upon s square minus 16 plus 3 upon s square plus 6 is equal to what? What we do here? First, we multiply and divide to this first term by s square plus 6, and after that we multiply and divide to the second term by s square minus 16. So, we get 4 into s square plus 6 plus 3 into s square minus 16 divided by what? S square minus 16 into s square plus 6. Now, we simplify it. 4 square plus 4 into 6 is 24 plus 3 square minus 48 upon here we write a square minus 16 into a square plus 6. Now this is what 4 square. 4 square plus 3 square is what? 7 square, and this is 24 minus 48. Correct? Here is not 6, here it is 9. So here it is 9. So here we get 9 4 is 36. Correct? So here we get 4 square plus 36 plus 3 square minus 48 upon a square minus 16 into a square plus 6. Correct? Now grouping the terms. Group the terms 4 square plus 3 square. So this is what? 7. So here we write what? 4 square plus 3 square is 7 square, and 36 minus 48 is minus 12 upon a square minus 16 into a square plus 6. So this is the Laplace transform of sine hyperbolic 4t plus sine 3t. Now today we stop here. In next lecture we solve some other examples. Thank you.